Hi, it's Erin from SCN, and this is Canva tutorial number 5. This is actually a little bonus tip, and it was all Tom's idea, so I have to give him props for this. We were talking about how to use Canva and how quotes on social media are becoming a really popular thing. And so today I'm going to show you how to create a quick graphic for your favorite quotes. So as always, you're going to start by logging into Canva. They have great design templates at the top. For this one, I'm going to scroll almost all the way over and use the Facebook post. So I'm going to click into that. Let's call this quotes. There we go. Okay. And as always, they also have some really great templates. Today, I'm actually going to use one of their templates. So you'll notice at the top, there's a couple for quotes. I'm going to scroll a little bit further down. There's also some great quotes down here. And as I'm scrolling, you'll see that there's lots of other templates for different events or things like that where you want to create a quick graphic. I really like this one. And while it's getting in there, just kind of a heads up, the Canva watermark in the back is again telling me in order to use this element, they're going to charge $1. So if I want to do this quickly, I don't have a ton of time, but I want to create something and have it done and have it look nice, then I can pay $1 and have it done. Today though, I'm going to show you how I use some of my own pictures to just drop them right in there, and then I don't have to pay the $1 or worry about copyright issues, things like that. So to start, I'm going to go to Uploads, and I'm going to choose Upload Your Own Images. And on my desktop, I actually pulled out a few pictures that I might be able to use, but this one is going to be great. It goes really well with one of the quotes that Tom sent me as one of his favorites, and it just happens to be my family's favorite place to go hiking too. So I'm going to just drop that picture in there. Now I tell you to start with the picture and not to worry about your text, because if you change your text and then you're playing with the colors and then you change your picture afterwards, sometimes the work that you've done is just pointless at that point because you can't see your writing or you have to switch it up again. So I think one of the best things to do is really get your picture in there first. All right, so now that I have my picture in, I'm going to go down and choose the filter option. And Canva has been adding some more filters and giving you some more options with your own pictures. So I'm going to play around with this a little. I'm going to choose summer, maybe to hold on to the last few minutes of or hours of summer left before we get back to school. And you'll notice that it kind of turns down the brightness on the photo, which allows the text to come through, which is great. If I click on advanced options, I can also turn up the blur, which is another nice way to just make sure that the focus is on the words and that you can kind of see the pictures in the back, but it's not a huge priority. Ooh, that's too blurry. Let's turn it down a little bit. Let's try that. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so you can still get the gist of the picture in the background, but now you see more of my focus is on the words. So I'm going to now from there click on over top of the text box, and one of Tom's favorite quotes that he sent me and that I chose, probably because it used to be a poster hanging in my favorite teacher's classroom, also known as my dad's classroom, is a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, which is, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail." All right. So as I move that, it's not quite working. I can just move it up a little bit. So let me get the 4 arrows. There we go. So I'm going to drag it up and I'm going to center it to, that looks good right there. Okay. And I want to bring my author box down. And I know that Ralph Waldo Emerson is longer than Ricky Nelson, so I'm going to just move this over. And it's kind of tough to see, but there's some nice dotted lines that are showing me, okay, you're centered on the text. And now it's telling me, okay, you're centered on the other line too. So let's just go right into here. We'll change this to Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm going to stretch this text box out. And then again, I'm just going to move it over so it is nice and centered. There we go. Okay, so at this point, it's looking pretty good. I don't have to pay the dollar because I put my own picture in. But again, if you're in a rush, that's a great option. They have some great images, and the pre-made templates are a really quick thing. So up here, we've talked about sharing on social media, but I haven't really addressed these two buttons. The first is the light blue share on Twitter. Now, if I do this, I'm going to click on it just so that you see what it does. It tells you share a link on Twitter. Now, the reason that I would hesitate to do this is because of the fact that now I'm asking people to go in and click on something. I'm not just giving them the image within my Twitter feed. Okay, the same is true of Facebook. It gives you a little bit nicer presentation. So if I do Facebook share, it's going to get ready to share it. I could do it here, but my preferred method of this is still going to be that download or link. So let's just wait for a minute. I'll show you what it looks like once it gets ready for you to share on Facebook. So sharing on Twitter, not a great approach. Sharing on Facebook, you'll notice that it does this. But again, it doesn't let me say exactly what I want. It gives me some options, but I think our best option is to go back, let me close out of this, and do download or link. Because I'm using it for social media, I'm choosing the image. And typically these just download to your download folder. So if you can't seem to find it, one tip is to think about what you named it. So I named this design quote. And that's an easy way to search, but like I said, most of the time it'll go right into your download folders and it'll start downloading on demand. Okay, so there we go. It looks good. It's called quote. So I'm going to go back into my browser. I just so happen to have School Communicators Network open, and I am going to go to photo or video. I'm going to choose upload photos or videos, and again, I'm going to just go into my downloads, and if I look for quote, it's right here. I'm going to choose that, wait for it to link, and maybe I want to say, here's, not all in caps, here's a sneak peek for tomorrow's Canva tutorial. All Tom's idea. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, and then I'm just going to click on post. Okay, and if you look at it this way, now you'll see that I have control over what's said in the post and what the picture looks like in the post. So again, your best option is to do that download or link, and then you can share it however you would like. As always, thanks for tuning in. I'm off to take a break for September and have a baby, but I know that you'll be impressed with the tech tips from the rest of the SCN team.